Hi, this is Suresh from Multiman Tutorials. Now, today we will discuss some CBSE questions, CBSE Term 1 questions, only objective MCQs. I will explain in a shortcut way within 30 seconds answers. Try to understand. These are the questions are prepared by Kendriya Vidyalayam. And before going to the video or before going to the answer, first of all you pause the video and read the question properly, then you see the answer, then you will understand clearly. Okay, first question, if m is equal to p q cube and n is equal to p cube q, then HCF of m comma n they are asking. Is equal to p cube q and n is equal to p q cube. We have to find the HCF. So what is HCF? First of all, we have to know the definition of HCF. HCF means highest common factor. That means if you write m is equal to p into p into p into q, because p 3 times is there, n is equal to p into q into q into q. Highest common factor, that means in these two numbers which number is presenting highest terms, that is our HCF. So here p is presenting in these two, m and n, and q also presenting in these two. Here this q also presenting. Here for this p we don't have any pair here, for this p also we don't have any pair here, for this q we don't have any pair here, for this q we don't have any pair here. HCF means if you take one more number, suppose if you are taking now, let's see, HCF of this m and n are HCF of this m and n are just what it is. From here these two p's 1p and these two q's 1q, that's it. Okay, so for example, for more information, if you have one more number mn, one second, one more number s is equal to p square q t, p square q t, then what is our HCF? Here we have to write s is equal to p into q into t. So I already told a number should be present in all these three numbers, then only we have to take it out, this p. And for this p, here we don't have any p, so it is cancelled. For this p also we don't have any. For this q, here q, here q, here q, here also q is there, so we have to write in this case also p and q are the HCF of m n s. Okay, it is clear, right? Second question is HCF of co-prime numbers A and B. HCF of co-prime numbers A and B. First of all, we have to know the definitions of co-prime number and HCF. HCF means, just now we told that HCF means highest common factor, and co-prime means if two numbers doesn't have any common factor, that type of numbers are called co-prime number. Example 5 comma 6, 5 comma 6, these two numbers doesn't have any common table or common factor, so HCF of these two numbers is single, just one. So in this case also co-prime numbers, always the co-prime number HCF is 1, and LCM is product of the two numbers. That means LCM of LCM of co-prime is A into B. HCF of co-prime is 1. Remember. Next, third one. What is LCM of smallest composite number and the smallest prime number? LCM of smallest composite number. What is meant by composite number? Composite number means if a number have more than two factors. If the number have more than two factors, that type of numbers are called composite numbers. Suppose if you take 1, it doesn't have any factor. 2, it doesn't have any factor. 3, it doesn't have any factors. 4, yes, it have more than 2 factors. What are they? 1, 2, and 4. It have more than 2 factors. That's the reason our first or the smallest composite number is 4. Smallest composite number is 4. Next smallest prime number is 1 doesn't count as a prime number because every number system has some definition. According to that definition only we have to take the numbers. Prime number means if a number have only two factor, if a number have only two factor, that type of numbers are called prime number. If you take one, it doesn't have two factors, one itself. So that is the reason we are not taking one as a prime number. So smallest prime number is 2 because 1 and 2, it have only two factors. So 1 and 2 are the factors. So prime number, smallest prime number is 2, smallest composite number is 4. If you take LCM of these 2 and 4, so what you will get? 2 into 2 into 1. That means LCM is 4. Okay, I think it's clear. Of the following rational numbers have terminating decimals. So here the following number have terminating decimals. I made a video on this terminating decimals and rational numbers. I will put in the end card. If you want, just you see terminating decimals, irrational numbers, and rational numbers. So first we will discuss here terminating decimals. Terminating decimal means, suppose if I am taking 2 by 5, if you go for the division, if you 2 won't go means I am taking 0.054 the 20. That means remainder is 0. Whenever you are considering the decimal, if the at the end, if the remainder is 0, if the remainder is 0, that type of numbers are called terminating decimal. Terminating decimal. So here no need to divide each and every number with a denominator. No need to do division with every number with a denominator. Just we have a shortcut. What is the shortcut? If the denominator contains factors 2, 5, 2, 5, are only 2, are only 5, combination of 2 and 5. If the denominator have the factors 2, 5, or only 2 or only 5, no other number should be present in the denominator. Then only that numbers will terminating decimals. So here if you take 125, we can write it as 5 cube. That means only 5 is there. If you take 18, you can write it in 3 into 2 into 3. Here I said denominator should contains only either 2's, either 5's, or the both 2's and 5's. But here 3 is coming, so it is not a terminating decimal. Here 3 7's are 21, so it is not a terminating decimal. Here 250. 250 means we can write 250 5 into 5 into 2 into 5. Okay, so here we have 2's and 5's only, so this is also a terminating decimal. So we can pick answer from here. 1 and 4 is our answer. 1 and 4 is our answer. I think it is clear. Whenever they are asking terminating decimal or not, we have to just take denominator LCM, or you write the factors of denominator. Then you look whether it is contains only 2's and 5's. 2's and 5's. If not, then simply you can say that is non-terminating decimal. If both 2 and 5's also there, not a. Now, next, after how many places the decimal expansion of 13 by 2 cube and 5 square will be terminate? I said it is terminating decimal because it contains the denominator only 2 and 5. That's why they said already terminating. But how many decimal places it will be terminate means in the denominator which powers are high, 2's powers are high or 5's powers are high. which powers are high, after that many places it will come. So here 2's powers are high, that means 2's powers are 3. So after decimal expansion we have three numbers, okay. The LCM and HCF of two rational numbers are equal, then the numbers must be prime, co-prime, composite, equal. So whenever the two numbers have LCM is equal, HCF are equal, it will possible only for equal numbers. No other numbers will come. LCM and HCF. Next, two positive numbers having their HCF is 12 and their product is 636. Their product is 636. The number of pairs of the numbers is. This is somewhat important and big. So we'll take in the new slide. The question they said HCF is 12 and product of the two numbers is 6,336. We have a formula HCF into LCM is equal to product of the two numbers, But I'm taking HCF means not only 12, I'm writing 12x and 12y, where this x comma y are some co-prime numbers, Now, if you multiply 12x into 12y, that should will come 66336 should become. So how much it will be? 144xy is equal to 6336. Now xy is equal to xy means product 6336 by 144. If you go for the division, you will get 44. That means x into y is equal to 44 means how many pairs will give the product is 44 means 1 and 44, 2 and 22, and one more 1 and 44, 2 and 22, 11. We already said this is the pair. These pairs are only for x comma y, not our pairs, not our numbers. So I already said where x comma y are the co-prime numbers, but here 2 and 11 are not co-prime numbers, so this pair we have to exclude. So total how many pairs we got? Only 1 and 2. So our answer is two pairs will exist, okay. Next, eighth question. What is the eighth question? If the LCM of A and 18 is 36 and the HCF of A and 18 is 12, A and 18 is 2, then what is A they are asking? Simple. So the two numbers are A comma 18 and LCM is 36, HCF is 2. We have one formula, just now we discussed HCF into LCM. HCF into LCM is equal to product of the numbers, So can I write 18 into 2 is equal to A into 18. Here this is 36. So just you want A, here it is multiplying means it will come division. Therefore A is equal to 36 into 2 by 18. 36, 18 ones are 18 twos are. Now A is equal to how much? Just 4. A is equal to 4. Next question. You remember that formula HCF into LCM is equal to product of the given two numbers. Next, they're asking the least number that is divisible by all the numbers between 1 and 10. Between 1 and 10 means we have to exclude 10, we have to exclude 1. Obviously, 1 means every number will be divisible by 1. And obviously, 10 means here all are zeros. So that number, every number is divisible by 10. But they're asking the numbers which are between 1 and 10. So that means 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, and that number we have to take that should be divisible by all these numbers. The least number that is divisible by all the numbers between 1 and 10. So we have to 6, whenever it is divisible by 6 means it is also divisible by 2 and 3. Whenever it is divisible by 10 means it is divisible by 5. Whenever it is divisible by 2 means it is divisible by 4. That means it is divisible by 2 means it is divisible by 6. Whenever it is divisible by 3 means it is divisible by 9. Whenever it is divisible by 4 means it is also divisible by 8. Just you have to check 6 and 7. You will get the answer. Next, 10th one. So the smallest 4-digit number divisible by 24, 15 and 36. Whenever they're asking the smallest number means you have to take the LCM of these all numbers, LCM of the 3 numbers, or else just you go for the division. That also simple. If you take 24 and divide the smallest number, if it is coming remainder is 0, then you check with 15. The remainder is 0, you check with 36. If all the numbers satisfying this 1000, then this is our answer. Or else, but in this procedure we have to check all the 4 numbers. But I am giving the shortcut is you go for the LCM 24, 15 and 36. How much LCM you will getting? You take here 3, 3 8s are 24, 3 5s are 3 12s are. Next, taking 2, 2 4s are 5, 2 6 are. Next, 2 2s are 5 as it is, 2 3s are. Now, 3 2s are 6, 6 2s are 12, 12 2s are 24, 24 into 5 3s are 15, 15 4s are 60, 15 2s are 30, 30 plus 6, 36, 360. Now 36, 360 is our LCM. Then you write 360 into 1, you will get 360. 36 into 2, you will get 720. Like this, you go on vary, you will get 360 into 4, you will get 404, 4 6 are 24, 4 3s are 8, 12, 12 plus 2, 14, 40 once again. Then 360 into 3 will get 1080. This is our smallest number. I think it is the best, simplest method to finding the smallest 4-digit or 5-digit, whatever it is, by dividing these all. First, you have to go for the LCM of that given numbers. Then after, just you multiply subsequent numbers. One, that LCM into 1, LCM into 2, LCM into 3, LCM into 4. Whenever you are getting that 4-digit, that is our smallest 4-digit number which is divisible by all these threes. Okay, I think it is clear. So the smallest, it is over. The largest number which is exactly divisible by 280 and 1245, leaving the remainder 4 and 3. Remember that if this is not there, the remainders are not there, directly go for the HCF. Whenever they're asking largest number, you go for the HCF of this 280 and 1245, 280 and 1245, then you will get the answer. But they are giving some reminders. Whenever they are giving the reminders, whenever they are saying that 280 is, whenever you are doing with the division 280, remainder is 4. That means you have to subtract that remainder. 280 minus 4, you will get 276. And whenever you're dividing with 1245, the remainder is 3. So that means 1245 minus 3, you will get 1242. Now take the LCM of these 1242 and 276. Sorry, HCF of this 276 and 1242. You will get the answer is 138. Okay, we'll do HCF of 276 and 1242. Numbers are 276, 276, 276 and 1242. We have a long division method to find the HCF. It is very easy and we'll give the quick answer. 276 and I'm taking here 4. 276 into 4, you will get 4 6 are 24, 4 7s are 28, 30, 4 2s are 8, 11. this 1104. So your getting remainder is 138, and you have to take this number is here 276, and if you take in 2s you will get 276 and remainder is 0. Now this is our HCF. This is our HCF. Okay, now the answer is 138. Again I'm saying whenever they are giving the numbers directly, to find the largest number just you go for the HCF, that direct numbers. Whenever they are saying that reminders, we have to subtract that reminders and do the LCM HCF procedure. HCF, to find the HCF we have so many methods. Prime factorization method also there, long division method also there. Whichever is better you do that. Okay, next, the ratio of LCM and HCF of the least composite and the least prime number is they're asking. Just now we did this. Least composite number and the least prime number. LCM, HCF, they both are asking. Least composite number is 4, least prime number is 2. And LCM of 4 and 2 is 4. HCF of 4 and 2 is 2, which is small, that is HCF, which is big, that is HCF, most of the cases. So they're asking ratio of LCM to HCF. 4 by 2, that is 1. 2 is to 1, that means 2 ones are 2 twos are 2 is to 1. Next, if the sum of two numbers is this much and their HCF is 81, then the possible number of pairs of such numbers are. So we have to take sum of two numbers is 12, 15 and their HCF is 81. Then possible number of pairs they are asking. Possible number of pairs. This answer maybe get 4. This you do in the just now I explained here. Yes, the 7th question. As usual, 7th question, you try this question, you will get the answer. And maybe it is 4. And I'm going for the 15th. The sum of the exponents of the prime factors in the prime factorization of 196. You have to take the LCM of 196. 196. Now this is 2 9s are, 2 8s are, 2 4s are, 2 9s are, 7 7. That means 2 square and 7 square. What are the exponents? 2 and 2. So that means 2 plus 2, that is answer is 4. Okay. Next, what are the LCM? If the LCM of two numbers is 1200, which of the following cannot be their HCF? Cannot be their HCF. Simple. If you are taking 600 is HCF of that 600 into 2, you will getting 1200. So this may be HCF. 500, whatever you do, whatever you multiply here, you won't get 1200. So this is not our HCF. For 400, you will multiply with the 3, you will multiply with 6, you will get 1200. That means HCF means whenever you are multiplying some numbers to the HCF, you have to get LCM. That is our HCF. Next, 3.27 bar, an integer, rational number, natural number, and irrational number. It is not an integer, it is not a natural number. So the computation between the rational number and irrational number. So first of all, it is non-terminating. So this also I am explained in the irrational number part. If you want, you see, I will give the end card. So 3.27 bar, whenever the bars are coming, that also considered as a rational number, that are not irrational number. Irrational number means non-terminating and non-repeating decimal. Suppose the same number is given as 2, 7, 3, on so on, like this is there. If a number have like this dot, that numbers are called irrational number because that is non-terminating and non-repeating. So whenever bar is there means that we have to consider as a rational number. So if you have any doubts in this session, please put the comments. I will explain if you want. So in the next session, we will explain second chapter. Thank you very much.